I ended up waking up Tuesday, like the tsunami afterwards, and
Okay.
you know, it went pretty good.
Good.
There was no candidates, and most everyone was like, "Yeah, no one comes around."
Yep. Yep. Told you.
Well, it kind of was a bit concerning in that I could have sworn Silas and Ledson are mostly like AU Tsunami, so not seeing them during campaign week was interesting, to say the least.
No, I don't think either of them are AU Tsunami, to be fair.
Oh, well, that's even more insane, because then it's like...
I know Silas isn't, for sure.
Oh. I feel like that makes it even more, like, crazy in my eyes. Wait, what the fuck?
That's why I wanted you to get out there on those days, or that time, because
Yeah.
I know that Party's the only one out there during that storm.
Yeah. I think party running has been very good for Pred.
Yes and no. I think that that party running is good for Pred because I think Party's the only person that could split Eve's people up.
Yeah.
But that being said, I don't think it. I think that him announcing he was running was a little late.
Pred?
No, Party.
Yeah, I agree. I think a lot of people didn't know until it was too late.
I didn't know that he was running until the second day when I had already voted for you. Not that I would have changed my vote, but I didn't know that he was running.
Of course.
Until I saw him on the ballot, and I'm like, oh. Okay.
Oh, no. You know, actually...
So, yeah.
So they... You know how there was like there was votes on there for like a bunch of medical stuff?
Yeah.
So the results came out. 317 yes, 158 no, which means the total votes casted on all ballots as of this morning is 529, which is not a lot across all candidates.
Yeah.
And so this election is going to be close as fuck.
Within 2%. 2%.
I agree. Like, let's do napkin math, right? 529 votes. Let's assume 50 people are in ADMC and 50 are in Saints. And that's not, that's being like generous or not opposite of, like, you know, I feel like
ADMC has more people than the Saints do.
But even if you take out like 100 votes for both of them,
right,
that's only 429, right?
Yeah.
Divided by 3, that's 143 for me, even Pred. And I know that's not, doesn't mean we got those 3, but I'm saying like napkin math, if we're just considering Silas and Ledson getting 100 votes total, 120, that only leaves 129 for me, Pred, and Eve, which is not a lot.
No,
so,
it'll be within 2%. It'll be within 2% for everybody.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
And I know, because I know that Ledson has pulled some votes that could have been your votes. Like Casey.
Oh no, Casey. Mary's been vocal against my my stuff. So
and then you've got so I think that Silas is going to have the ADMC vote. He's also going to have the Milton's mods vote. So like you consider it just ADMC and friends.
Yeah, true.
So I think he's going to be in second, which makes him automatically your deputy. Is that how that works, or?
No. There's only one winner, and that's it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who's going to be your deputy mayor?
I never had one because I believe that a deputy is the danger. Very early on, I decided I didn't want a deputy, but rather I wanted a cabinet and the cabinet would all have their areas of interest. And what that allows and prevents is me making the final sign-offs without anyone in the cabinet with, like, you know, a title like deputy mayor doing anything unilaterally, you know?
Right.
Like,
That makes sense.
yeah. And I
Do
think
we
it's
know
worked out
who,
pretty
like,
good.
who everyone else's deputy mayor is going to be?
Eve's is Larry. I don't know
Yeah.
who Ledson and Silas's is.
Okay. Well, Larry's an interesting choice. Like, that makes me feel like Eve has Cypress's vote.
I think Lang just told me today that I've got their vote. However, I do not believe that many last election, I had full-on gangs all collectively going down to the polls to vote for me.
It's still that way for a lot of people.
Really? Okay.
Yes, I can confirm that. I'm not going to say how I can confirm that, but I've been told by certain individuals that their vote wasn't, their vote was pre-decided. So I definitely
understood.
feel like it's that way for a lot of gangs still.
I agree. And some, like I talked to those in Vespucci, Dundee and company are splitting between me and Pred as evenly as they can, apparently through a spreadsheet.
Okay, that's fine. That works.
I think that works. I think that's good. I think I've also, you ready for this?
That's a whole 3 votes right there.
I have a lot of Polito voting for me.
Interesting.
Yeah, the residency stuff is crazy, right? But yeah, I say that because I spoke to one of my contacts and I'm like, listen, I want Pred to win, but I think there's a reality where I lose as a consequence of the split vote and the uptick of Ledson and Silas.
You and Pred splitting votes is rough.
Exactly. I think
like it's really rough. If you lose, it's because Pred ran. That's literally what it's going to come down to. And
I'm kind of okay with that reality simply because.
Well, I'm not, Nino.
No, I know you're not. I sympathize with your reasons. For me, I look at it from a pragmatic perspective, which is that I know that I can get Pred to sign my legislation, which means that I can do more for San Andreas and Los Santos County as a whole with his signature, right?
Right, but he's not going to have any control if he's running for Blaine.
No, he does. So when I write legislation, if he also signs it, it becomes state law.
Right. But like I said, if you don't get in and he does, like you're going to have whoever. Yeah. I'm not worried about him getting in if you get in. I'm worried about you not getting in because he got in, right?
Yes, I see what you're saying. You are right about that.
If by chance you don't get in, then we need Ledson.
I don't think
I cannot work with Silas.
I think it's worse than you think, because Ledson is a part of the Saints.
I know. I'm on good terms with the Saints.
The issue is that 4 people in Blaine County, like you probably know them better than I do. I think both options are so bad I can't even think about how much of a disaster that's going to be. I feel it's going to be so hyper focused to their crew that.
But if I'm like so worried about my events that I've worked on at this point, because if you don't get back in, I don't think that they're going to go through. I know Silas will 100% not approve them.
Wait, why?
Because it's me.
That's fucking ridiculous. You know, I had a conversation about like grudges with someone earlier today, and I told them, I'm like, it came up because I let someone go out of my cabinet earlier today because what they did was they had good intent, but they showed such a lack of like self-control and like forethought that it not only potentially could have screwed the office, but also could have screwed over a lot of effort that a lot of civilians did to get justice. And,
you can't be, your personal shit can't be a thing right now. Like,
Yes.
especially right now in the next few days.
Exactly. And, you know, I was told that, hey, well, you should have known this about this person. And I said the following. I will never hold a grudge beyond like maybe 2 weeks unless it's really, really bad. And even then, I will give people an opportunity. And the reason is because people deserve second chances and people change. And, it's sad to hear that because it's you, that someone would potentially stop signing on events. Like, that's not good. That's really fucked.
No. But I guarantee you it'll happen.
Yeah. Let's use that as a motivator. I've been cooking all day looking for people. My big thing now is actually Kevin Ram had a smart idea. He's been spending hours a day shuttling people to the polls. Yep. And I'm like, oh, that's smart. And I'm like, oh, so like you flip people? And he's like, no, because a lot of people are gonna vote for you, but they haven't voted yet. So he's going after people that are vote Nino and bringing them down to secure the vote. And I'm like, that's fucking genius.
You being at the food court today was really smart, and I'm glad you did that.
Oh, yeah? You saw me there?
Well, I heard that. I saw it on Twitter, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I paid for the meals.
Paying for meals. Yeah. No, I told you. I told you that would work, didn't I? I told you that would work.
I may need to do that again, to be honest. I've also been giving Franks my books and stuff, and they've been handing it out.
Yep. No, the Besties stall is doing that with like
Pred.
they were the only ones open, and they gave me a Pred plushie, so now I have a Pred plushie, and I'm like, bleh. It's so funny. Like, I'm gonna like stick fucking, you know, voodoo pins in it and give it to him.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
But no, like they've been handing out Pred plushies, so I'm glad that you've gotten a stall to do it.
Yeah.
I had originally talked to Franks when I bought food to hand out, and they said that they were pro Nino, so.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm fucking talking about.
There's a guy that works there named Frank, ironically enough, and he told me that you're the only candidate that's spoken to him.
Really?
The only one that would give him the time of day. Yeah.
Yeah, it's you know, I got a vote earlier today, and the guy's like, you're the guy who helped me at the hospital. I found this guy like on the ground like a couple days ago, and I brought him in. It's actually, I mean, it kind of is, you know, that's what people have to realize. Do you want a mayor that's going to be there, or just somebody that wins an election and then fucks off?
Okay, I love Eve. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I fucking love Eve. I think she's great. Her lack of campaigning is mind-blowing to me.
I don't get it.
I don't think she wants it. I don't think she wants it. I honestly don't.
That's very possible, to be honest.
And that's how it feels, regardless of whether or not she does. Right now, it feels like she doesn't want it. Like, you know, when I pushed you to run for one, and when I pushed you to be awake next storm, it's because people need to see you. They need to see that you give a shit. And they are. Yeah. They're like, you know, they're seeing that you give a shit.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong about that. Hey, I got some crazy good news.
Oh.
A lot of conversations that I've had today have been about, man, Nino, like, you know, you're never going to actually be able to make change because there's people at the top. There's so much change that's happened behind the scenes. When I say behind the scenes, I don't mean like the government or whatever, but let's call it the protesting has made change. I'm looking at these contests by the health stuff, and they're actually putting up the reasons for the contest now. I just saw. Yeah. It's and I'm going to take credit for that and the team. Because I'm serious. Like, if you don't kick and scream, you never can expect change, right?
No, I agree.
It's kind of like, you know, when there's like a problem somewhere. Hey, Bill. Hey, come on.
I mean, cars feel better.
It's kind of like if you don't kick and scream, right? It's kind of like, yeah, let's say cars feel better now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you go.
A little.
Right?
A little.
Or like you go somewhere and something's like fucked up, but no one actually tells the construction. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, what do you expect? You need to kick and scream. Not everything needs to end in some like crescendo, you know, or like some dramatic guilty or not guilty, right? It's those little things push us towards a better tomorrow, inch by inch, until we're there.
And I mean, I don't care. People can call me a Karen all they want. I will bitch until I get what I want because I'm not doing it for selfish reasons, you know?
Exactly. That's exactly it.
It's not like I'm just, you know, being a see you next Tuesday. I'm literally trying to tell people that like this is not good for our like quality of life here. So
Yep. Very true.
You know.
Very fucking true. Remedy.
Did you have a chance to look at the stuff I sent you?
I did not. I'm gonna be honest. Can you send it one more time?
I mean,
I'm gonna probably just like straight approve it anyway. So, but I do want to take a look.
I mean, you say that, but you haven't seen the price tag yet. You know.
Oh shit! How much is it?
One is 300K and the other's like 4.5 million.
Oh my god. Okay, that second one might need to be broken down.
It's 5 events. It is technically 5 events.
Oh, yeah, split it into 5 then.
It's split into 3 and then one is or 2 of them are 2 storms. It says on it they'll be double.
Understood. Yeah, I'll take a very close look. Like I said, you know, it's all till
it's
Monday,
in your,
right?
It's in your text. I'll just send you a text, then it'll bump it to the top so you can look at it whenever you have time.
Perfect. All right.
Yeah, technically it's 6 events. 6 events total.
Easy. Yeah, we might
And my licenses were approved.
Oh, perfect. I think the only thing we got to do is we might have to split it down. So it's like separate receipts and dates or whatever. And that makes it easy for like, you know, auditing on our end.
Yep.
All right.
Yep, absolutely. It's all itemized, so you can see exactly how much is going to go where. I've included catering. I've included mechanics. Basically tried to use every one of your legislations that you pass through, so that it looks, you know, at the very least like they're working. And you let me know
100%.
later. Yeah, after you win this election.
All right, I'm excited. Remedy, I'm gonna get out there. I appreciate you. Good thinking.
I'll be around if you need me.
Will do. Bye.
Bye.